Impeachment inquiry is like tetherball during recess. Dems are still playing. Yang versus Warren on taxes and benefits. You make the call. And President Trump just can't quit Hillary Clinton. I'm Jamal Simmons. Here's why you should care. Even though Congress is heading into a 2-week recess today, that's not stopping the House Intel Committee from pushing forward with the impeachment inquiry into President Donald Trump. Here's what's coming up next. While the House Intel Committee continues investigating the whistleblower claims, Chairman Adam Schiff is negotiating to interview him or her or them very soon. But the whistleblower isn't the only one the Intel Committee is looking to hear from. The Washington Post reports House committees have subpoenaed Secretary of State Mike Pompeo for documents related to the investigation, as well as they scheduled 5 depositions this week with State Department officials. According to PBS NewsHour, Michael Atkinson, the Inspector General who handled the whistleblower's complaint in the first place, he's scheduled to testify in private on Friday. The committee also seeks White House aides who were present for the now infamous call between President Trump and Ukrainian President Zelensky. When the House Intel Committee is finished with its investigation, it will submit its findings to the House Judiciary Committee. The Judiciary Committee will then draft up articles of impeachment, and if adopted, they will be sent to the House floor for a vote. Here's why you should care. Remember, if President Trump is impeached by the House, the Senate still needs to hold a trial. It takes a 2/3 vote in the Senate to convict the president and remove him from office. And Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has all but promised he will use his full arsenal to at least deflect any House-approved impeachment articles to committees for investigation. McConnell could slow this train down a lot. In his New York Times column on economics, George W. Bush economic advisor Gregory Mankiw, he pit Democratic 2020 candidate Andrew Yang and his economic plan against fellow candidate Senator Elizabeth Warren and her wealth tax proposal. Now, just to remind you, Warren proposes to put a 2% tax on household wealth over $50 million and 3% on those over $1 billion. Just 2 cents, she likes to say. And then she would use that money for health care, child care, and free tuition at public colleges and universities. Voters seem to like it. Yang, on the other hand, he has a more direct approach. He wants to put a value-added tax on American products. If anybody has ever been to Europe or taken a vacation to Martinique, you might recall seeing that VAT line on your store receipts. Lots of other foreign countries use it. Anyway, Yang would use this money from the VAT for a universal basic income, giving every American $1,000 a month to compensate for the jobs being lost due to technological changes. It's a big idea, but some people ask if we should give the same amount of money to a Wall Street banker that we give to an unemployed auto worker. Mankiw, a fairly conservative economist, doesn't seem to like either proposal, but he really doesn't like Warren's. Basically, he thinks valuing household wealth is unworkable, as rich people will surely move the money around. There'll be more kids worth $49 million, or maybe people will even get divorced to split up the money and save it on taxes. Yang made similar arguments in a Twitter thread last Friday attacking wealth taxes. Now, here's why you should care. Getting either proposal passed through Congress will certainly be tough. But if not these ideas, what other ways will we get more money into the hands of more Americans as the economy catches too many families in the gap between their aspiration for economic success and their desperation in current economic reality? After the 2016 election, you might have thought the kerfuffle over Hillary Clinton's private email server was over. After all, Donald Trump won, right? Time to move on. Well, not so fast. President Trump's administration decided to breathe some life back into the controversy. The State Department is investigating old emails that current and former State Department officials sent to then-Secretary Clinton's private account. President Trump took a jab at his former foe on Twitter Sunday, saying she acid-washed 33,000 emails. The Washington Post first reported the story, and according to their report, the State Department dug up email records from at least 130 officials, and they took the extra step to classify them. Apparently, the administration dropped the investigation after launching it right after Trump's election, but then they revived it in August. Speaking to Jane Pauley on CBS's Sunday morning show, Clinton said Trump is obsessed with her because he has a guilty conscience. Clinton is on a book tour with her daughter Chelsea that's taking her to The View this week also. The email review is coming just after a whistleblower complaint about a Trump call to the Ukrainian president where he brought up Joe Biden's son's business dealings and a theory circulating on the internet that Clinton's emails might be on a server somewhere in Ukraine. Real talk. Why you should care. Hillary Clinton was investigated by the FBI. They absolved her of any criminal wrongdoing in 2016, even though they acknowledged the bad judgment of using a private server. And Clinton lost the election. She's not running again. Some observers wonder if the president is just focusing on Clinton as a way to fight back politically. But the story is taking up time in the presidential brain. And FYI, the State Department is denying their actions are politically motivated. Thanks for watching Hill TV on YouTube. Be sure to click subscribe and hit the bell so you know when we post new videos. And head to thehill.com for all the latest political news.